Hi everyone, hope you're doing well today. Yeah, so here's a math activity. So this week we're working on bridging through 10. So what I've done is I've set up an activity that can get your kids moving. It doesn't take very much material or anything like that. There's just a little tiny bit of setup involved, and your kids can totally help with the setup. So that makes it more fun. Your kids have actually had some experience with this activity in class, which is great. So they should already have an idea of how this works. They might have kind of forgot the specifics of it, but this video sort of show you that. So in the video, it's going to be hard to see the numbers on the ground. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what the setup looks like, and then I'm going to show you what me doing it is going to look like. So if I look here on the ground, I have a big piece of tape that runs along my floor. So I have this big piece of tape that runs along my floor. Okay? So I have a big piece of tape. Doesn't mean you need tape. You can have just pieces of paper that are torn up and placed along the floor. As long as it's a number line, which goes from 0 to 20, you're fine. So I take it down and I just show you. Hopefully you can see the numbers. This side is the top side, so it is 20, and then 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So all of the numbers are there. Hopefully you can see that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that number line to bridge through 10. So if you look, all the numbers are normal, except there's one number, and it's, hopefully you can see that, it's 10. And 10 has a box around it. You can put a star around it. You can make it a different color. You can make it a different font. You can do whatever. It just has to stick out so that your kids know what number they're trying to use to bridge through. So it just gives that visual of what number I need to go to. And I'll show you exactly why that's important in a second. So here is what I'm doing. So I'm going to set it up so that you can see me, and you see my number line. So I'm going to start on 0. So 0 is all the way over here. And I'm working with somebody. So you're my parent, and you're going to give me a question. So ideally, you could write it down so that I can see it, so that I don't forget what I'm doing. So you write down a question, you say 6 plus 8. So we're always going to start with the biggest number. So 6 plus 8, the biggest number of the two, is 8. So I go to 8. I'm starting on 8. So it was 6 plus 8. So I had 8, I need to add 6 to that. So I'm going to bridge through 10. Instead of making one big jump of 6, because it's 6 plus 8, so I'm on 8, I need to add 6. So instead of making one big jump, I'm going to use 10 as a reference point. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go, okay, 8, I need to add another 6. So to get to 10, I have to jump 2. So I go like that to 10. And then, okay, I jump 2. How many more make 6? Another 4. So then I jump to 14. So by doing that, we're practicing exactly what we're going for, which is bridging through 10. Using 10 as a benchmark, as an easy number, a simple number, to work through. I'll try it again. So you give me another question. Let's say you gave me a question like 9 plus 8. 9 plus 8. So I'm on 9, because it's the biggest number. I need to jump 8. But I'm not going to jump 8 at once. I'm going to go, okay, 9 plus 1, and then 1 and 7 make 8. So 9 plus 1 is 10, plus 7 is 17. So I hope that helps. That's an activity that you can do. If it were me, I'd do it for a few minutes at a time, a few times a day. So you can just leave that on the ground. Or if you're making little sheets of paper, you can just have them put those in order on the ground after. You can clean them up every time. That's great practice too, just to practice sequential numbers and practice organizing it, all that sorts of stuff. That's great. So I would do it for 5 minutes, 10 minutes at a time, a couple times a day. And that's great practice to keep the brain working on bridging through 10, which is super, super important. And hopefully you watched the YouTube video I put up earlier that sort of explains what it is and then why it's important. Because we don't just use it for 10, we use it for any decade, any 100, any thousands. That's what we do, right? We work through those simple numbers. So I hope this helps, and I hope this is a great activity that your kids enjoy. Have a good one. Thanks.